That's an interesting topic. Just like math, science, and ELA, everyone should know about this. All subjects you learn are supposed to be useful, right? But empathy, a simple 7-letter word, probably the most important skill you've ever learned. A palace of beauty and astonishment, an absolute world of amazement, and a real-life wonderland. If everyone could just learn how and when to use these skills, life would be so much better, sweeter, kinder. Think about it. If everyone on our planet knew everything about empathy, what would our planet be like? Did you by any chance think of the same words I said earlier? Better, sweeter, kinder? I'd be quite surprised if that's not the magnificent idea that came to your mind. And all of you, whether you believe that empathy is an incredible thing or not, will learn how to take part in achieving this wonderful world. Before I begin to tell you anything else about empathy, I will explain to you probably the most vital part of this topic. You are not the center of the universe. I know this seems pretty obvious, but hasn't there ever been a time in your life where you thought of your life as a story and you were the main character? I know this has definitely happened to me. Actually, to be honest, this has been my mindset pretty much my entire life. Up until that one day when my mind just clicked. I realized that it was correct. You are not the main character. But not only does this tip help you when it comes to empathy, but it can also be a huge help when it comes to happiness, self-acceptance, and self-pride. After I realized this, all of these skills improved for me dramatically. I no longer felt as if I had to be perfect, and I knew I wasn't being judged for being myself, because I knew that everyone was slaying their own dragons along their very own path of life. Just like that first day of school. People think it's weird that the one thing I remember about all that awful yabbering we had to listen to the first day we were welcomed to middle school PE is that no one's staring at you in the locker rooms because they're too concentrated on hurrying up before someone starts staring at them. I don't know why I remember this, but I guess that line came in handy. Knowing that, the next important part of empathy is making sure that you remain mentally healthy. Yes, I know that empathy is all about caring for others, but if you overwhelm yourself with other people's problems and worries, your hands will be so full that you eventually become so overly concentrated on making sure you don't drop not only your own problems, but now other people's too. Empathy is about understanding and accepting other people's hardships, problems, and joys. Hopefully, you can help them smile and feel better about themselves than they did before. That's called true happiness. Knowing that there is a kind person in this oftentimes cruel world, someone that can help you be your happiest, best self. Don't you want that for others? Keep yourself healthy because it's hard to give something to someone if you don't have it yourself. Anyone who can oftentimes be overly kind, like me, will understand the moment where everything in your kindness-giving life just stops because you finally realize your mind is overflowing with other people's problems and worries. Your little sister's joys and sadnesses you'll never quite understand, your friend's obsession over some band you've never heard of, and whatever else is now on your mind. Last but not least is understanding and accepting. I mentioned a bit about this in the last subtopic. Understanding and accepting are absolutely crucial when it comes to empathy. How can you feel what someone else is feeling if you don't understand and accept it yourself? For example, let's say you meet someone who's upset because they didn't make honor roll. You can't have empathy for them if you're thinking things like, well, that's not something to be sad about, or I don't get why you're so upset. This is not understanding or accepting. Better ways to approach someone upset are, I'm sorry you feel this way, or let me help you get through this. Understanding and accepting can help a lot when it comes to empathy. You can connect with people much more easily, and they will be more comfortable around you. Your help will be much more effective. To conclude this speech on such a breathtaking topic, empathy is a very important part of life to me, and I think it should be for you too. I hope this will eventually catch on, but to do this, I will need your help. So I'm going to give you all homework. No, not the typical torturous type of homework we all know, but something you might actually like. I want you, sometime today, to make someone feel good about themselves, using the things you learned. These facts will help you a lot when it comes to empathy. So let your friends, family, or even someone you just met know that they matter. If each and every one of you can make one person feel good about themselves, that would be lots of people feeling better about themselves than they did before. Thank you, and have an empathetic day.